So, Sam, introduce yourself. What's your last name? King, K-I-N-G?
K-I-N-G, yeah.
Sam King from England?
Yeah.
What's your record?
I'm still amateur.
Wow, hey, he's still amateur. He's a big kid.
Yeah,
How good is he, Ricky? How good is he?
he's really good. He's a 7-time national champion.
That's amazing. Who does you remind? You gotta say Ellie. He fights just like.
I can't
Who do you
compare.
fight like? Ricky's trying to be modest. Like, do you fight like Duran? Do you fight like Mayweather? Do you fight like Pacquiao? Do you fight like Canelo, Tank?
I'm not sure. I'm my style. Maybe like Kazagi a little bit. I don't know.
Joe Calzaghe, 49-0, right? 48-0. What was he?
Boxing means the world to me. I've been doing it since I was about 9 years old, and at the end of the day, like, I'm in here to become a world champion, a world level fighter. So it means so much to me. I put the effort in, I put the time in, so I love boxing.
Go on, Sam. Shot. Go on, Sam.
How old are you? I'm 22, I just turned 22. So I had 57 fights as an amateur. I won 49. I boxed for England since I was 15 years old. National champion. I've won 7 international titles, so I boxed all over really. You know, I boxed against Italy, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Ukraine, so loads of different countries. So yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Luton, so big up Luton. My brother, to be honest, my dad wanted him to get into boxing just so he could fight, and he just brought me along as well. I was about 6 years old, so I carried on boxing for a little bit, stopped for a while, and then when I was 9, I carried on, jumped straight back into the gym, and then from then I've just been boxing. Yeah, I had my first ABA tournament at 13 in the schoolboys. I got to the semi-final, and I didn't even know what the schoolboys were, so you know, I was just sort of going along with it, you know, and then yeah. Went on from there. I stayed out in America for about 4 months last year, and I sort of developed that, you know, like inside style, close range boxing. So I'm sort of like trying to learn all the different styles, learn off everyone, and just sort of come up with my own style. But the one thing I say is I hit hard. I'm a banger, yeah. I've got quite a lot of stoppages in the amateurs, and I knock people out. So we've not said the exact debut, but I'll be going back in this week to sign properly. I've got the contract, so we're going to sign it and hopefully come up with a date. So yeah. So we've got 10-1s today, which is like an intense session. It's a bit shorter, but yeah, we do 10-1 skipping, and then 10-1s on the bag. I'm sure we'll do a few other things as well. Yeah, this is tapering down. It's literally just short, sharp. We've done all the work. So, yeah, we just literally get the short, sharp work in today. Do a little taper tomorrow, and then that's it. Hard work's done.
Sam's probably been here about 9 months now. So he's had a continuous camp for like 9 months, for want of a better word. He's been in the gym consistently. He's had some great sparring. I mean, he's sparred the likes of Denzel Bentley, Linus Adofi. Some fighters have been schooled and some haven't. Sam's been fortunate enough to have been at a good amateur club, which was Oddiston. He had a good amateur coach in Sablio. So most of the fighters that he produces are all schooled, and Sam was one of them. So I was very lucky. Sometimes you pick up a schooled fighter and sometimes you don't, but they're all different. And like I said, he's had all top draw sparring, so that does most of the work. Then the rest of the work you just pick up on pads and bits and pieces. Just want him to enjoy it. He's got a big crowd coming, so he's going to be under like immense pressure. I don't want him to feel that. I want him to just go out, enjoy himself, and do what he's been doing here in the gym, and he'll have a good night.
Everything's been really good. Like literally all the preparation, the S&C I added in was great. The sparring's been great. I had world-class rounds with obviously Denzel, other fighters that are brilliant, as you see today. So yeah, everyone comes down this gym. Me and Martin have worked very hard, and all the other coaches. So yeah, couldn't be happier. As you can see, it's an unreal gym. But irrelevant to how good the gym is, we could be in the old school Peacock gym and we're still working, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about getting the rounds in, it's all about learning, and Martin's got a lot to teach, so I'm in the right place. I proper stepped it up this camp. Like, I was already stepping it up I've always been at a good level, but I've always sort of stepped up more and more, and then when I got the pro debut, like this whole camp, I've just stepped up another level, which I've not done before, as much as I have this time. So, everything I've added in, like, God willing, it will pay off.
But mate, we're training in the original gym.
Canning Town.
You see, everyone's been in the original gym. It's a proper world-renowned, like, famous gym.
I just wanted to see how I feel, a little one, because what I'm going to do.
Sam's a very talented athlete. He picks things up very quickly. He's been easy to work with, really. I mean, I'm very happy with the progress over such a short period of time. And over that short period of time, I'm seeing movement all in the right direction. So, like, for athletes in general, you're trying to improve certain principles like explosiveness, speed, power. Like, I'm trying to improve all of those things with all of my athletes. He's had S&C before, but he's never done S&C how we're doing it here. So I've had to just be a little bit more selective and a little bit. I've had to use a smaller range of exercises and just stick with them over the 6-week period, so we could essentially try and perfect those movements.
I'm feeling good, feeling fit. Reece helped me out loads. Bringing on S&C is different, you know what I mean? Like you said earlier, I have done S&C before, but not like, consistently twice a week with someone just working one-to-one basis. Like, I haven't done that for a few years. So I'm fitter, I'm hitting harder. Everything that you could ask for is coming at me, do you know what I mean? So that's all you can ask for. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, Reece is the man.
You don't want your head to be coming off centre too much. Yeah, you can turn your head, but not head coming off centre too much. Okay? Yeah. Like if you're throwing a hook, your head turns, but you're not dropping your head. Yeah. This camp, he's kept his weight very on point, which means his energy levels have been fairly consistent, which means we've been able to push it in terms of the lifting and that sort of stuff a little bit further, which is ideal for someone like me, because it means I'm getting the performance indicators that I want. Like, he's lifting heavier loads, and he's been doing that week on week. Like, we haven't had a single session where he hasn't been able to lift heavier over a 6-week period, which is quite surreal, considering he's only been working with me 6 weeks. So it's good. Just when you have a short period of time to work with someone, you've got to be quite selective with your approach. It's like, what I would really like with every fighter I work with is to go into a strength phase, like general physical preparedness. Like, that is where we get to work out where their strengths and their weaknesses are, what things we need to focus that camp on. But with him, I've gone straight into a camp, so it's like you've got to be, with your exercise selection, it's got to be not basic, but it's got to be very safe. I just can't fuck him up for boxing, essentially. Like, this stuff, yeah, we're trying to get the extra 1-2%, but if he's out of the ring at boxing, I've completely fucked my job out, basically. So here we've got to do the basics very well. Trap bar deadlifts, you can't go wrong. We do bilateral stance, B stance, then we do a lot of plyometric work. So because I've only had a short period of time with him, I've been trying to focus on more of the speed aspect. He's already quite strong, so the speed has been the biggest focus because we've had such a short window.
It's hard to get S&C coaches that know what I'm talking about, so it's good work.
This is the game I love, bro. Exactly, yeah. I fucking love it.
Passionate about it. Do you know what I mean? You need someone passionate about it, that's young, coming through, that wants to win. You know what I mean? And that's what Reece is. We're in the same team now, and we both have the same goals. So what more can you want?
So I'm like, a win for me is him winning. And if I'm giving him 1%, 2% extra to get there, that's perfect. And all it takes from him is consistency And then me showing up, giving him his plan. He does all the work. All I'm doing is saying, this is the plan today. He has to come in and do it every day. And he's training twice a day. Like, it's hard to do. Like, you have days where you come here, you don't want to be here, you don't want to put the work in. So it's down to me to make sure he's motivated for the session, to make sure that he's still putting the graft in regardless.
I'm just going to go in there and enjoy it. That's all I want to do. I want to enjoy myself. It's my debut. You only ever get one debut, so I want to make it something I remember for the rest of my life.
I'm saying left hook. After I see that rotation today, I'm saying left hook.
Wow. Very good. See that? That's really scuba right there.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just going to do a couple of tests first. Okay, right, so we'll just have arms straight then, you can straighten out the camera for me. Arms up. And another please. So then come a bit forward, so you're standing there, you're sort of leaning down, looking towards the camera for me, as if you're throwing a punch to the camera. That's it.
Oh, I've smiled at my
Oh, yeah, you've got a little bit of sense, that's it, hold it. Right. I think that's probably... I'll be able to send you all these later on as well. Yeah. And then the ones with you. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah, happy with that? Yeah.
Thank you, I
Okay,
appreciate it.
thanks for your time, yeah.
Cheers,
Good,
thank
all
you.
the best here.
Well, hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the official weigh-in ahead of a huge night of championship boxing at British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. We'll be live from 7 o'clock on TNT Sports tomorrow night. Let's begin with a middleweight contest, 4 3-minute rounds. Let's first welcome to the scales, competing in his 20th professional contest from West Brom, Dwayne Cheeky Grant. 158.6 for Dwayne Cheeky Grant. And now let's welcome to the scales his opponent. Tomorrow evening he makes his professional debut after a decorated amateur career. Please welcome from Luton, Sam King. $161.1 for Sam King.
I'll make sure they go. Can you look at the cameras first, guys? Face off, guys. Thank you. All good, guys. Thank you.
All right, 4 rounds in the middleweight division tomorrow evening at York Hall.
When I look at people, I always ask the question, I say, man, tell me what Nike stands for. They said, oh, Inc., that's easy, just do it. I said, tell me what Adidas stands for. Oh, Inc., that's easy, man, impossible is nothing. I said, now tell me what you stand for. When people look at you, do they think excuses? When people look at you, do they think victory? When people look at you, do they think that's a person that's gonna give me everything they got, not on some days, but on every day, and it's not gonna be predicated upon if I feel like it, because I think we all know if we only worked on the days when we felt like it, none of us would get much accomplished. I'm talking about the real level of commitment. Not the commitment that falls in line if everything goes right. I'm speaking of the commitment that says, I am going to stay true to what I said I would do long after the move that I've said it in his life.
See, most people, ladies and gentlemen, are stoppable. Most people, all you have to do is tell them no. All you have to do is make it inconvenient for them. All you have to do is make it difficult for them, and they'll stop. See, when you go to get your goal, don't think that all you have to do is think positive and everything's going to work out okie dokie for you. When you go to get your goal, you are sending a telegram to Murphy's Law to visit you personally.
You thought you was just going to have a dream and a goal, and you was just going to wake up and just walk into the sunset. You're like, dream, boom. It don't work like that. You have a dream and then life pumps you. Life pumps you and say, do you really want this? You're gonna lose friends. Do you really want this? Do you really want this? Cousins gonna abandon you. People that you used to be like this with gonna think you bougie, don't wanna deal with you. It's a part of it, but I paid too much. If I was gonna quit, I would have quit in the abandoned building when I wanted to commit suicide and take my life. I should have quit when I heard my boy say, your mama don't want you, your daddy don't want you, take your life. I got through that, so why I'm gonna quit over F on a grave? Come on. And so I'm telling y'all, you have come too far to quit now. You have invested too much to quit now. You have lost too much to quit now. Don't cry about it. Don't whine about it. Get a reward for your pain.
And so by being committed to everything that I started, I finished it. It built a certain type of spirit. It built a certain type of mentality. It built a certain type of individual. And so now I couldn't quit even if I wanted to. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I had too much sweat equity in my life and everything that I was doing.
You're too close to quit. Now, you gotta take another lap. You gotta take another lap, cause you never know. This might be the one. You can't stop cause you're tired. You can't stop cause you got your feelings hurt. You gotta take another lap. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. You're gonna make it, you're gonna do it. You got an unstoppable fire. Come on, take another lap. Don't you stop, don't stop walking.